Okay, now I went ahead and I did the outline for all of my pieces. Looks like the nose is a little crooked. I'll go back and fix that. You've got the freckles for the whiskers to be coming out of the eyes and the nose. An easy way to make these even, go ahead and make a cutout, draw around it with eyeliner, place it on, and either go around it or outline this with eyeliner and press it on lightly and go back and fill in the line. I don't have the steadiest hands, so they're a little bit crooked, but that'll be easy to blend out and everything like that. You're going to want to go ahead and nude out your lips, and you can do that with concealer, you can do it with a nude lipstick. I don't have any nude lipstick, so I'm just going to conceal them with concealer and put a pressed powder on there so they don't come off. And I will be right back with that. Okay, so the lighting changed while I was in the bathroom doing this eye, and yeah, so it's window open, it looks like that, window closed, it looks like this. I'm going to try to work from the natural lighting, we'll see. Sorry if you can't really see much. Well, I just looked it off. What I went ahead and did, I filled this eye in, drew in my lashes, and filled out the dots on the side as well as went over the line. I'm going to go ahead and do this eye and do the nose. If I miss anything or have any questions, make sure to make a note of it and I will let you know. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, first what you're going to want to do is prime the inside of wherever you're going to put makeup on. It would be best to do this with a dark base. I don't have a dark base, so I'm just going to use my paint pot in Bear Study, as I did before. You're not going to be able to see this because of the lighting. Yeah. Okay, well, it looks like that. It's just really light. And I'm going to apply that with my Mary Kay foundation brush, simply because it is big and this is a big area. I'm going to do much of this with my little hand mirror, so sorry if I'm looking away, just so I can see what I'm doing. It is going to have a lot of fallout if I don't get it all in the right spot. Okay. What I like about this brush, too, is that it's got a really fine, thin tip, and you can apply in this. And because it is a foundation brush, a liquid foundation brush, it is safe for creams and liquids. Yeah. You can do that if you would like. I'm going to go in and I'm going to use this black color in the Wet n Wild Color Icon Petal Pusher palette. And these shadows are really soft, and if you're not careful with them, you can have them end up looking like mine. And I've got two colors that are completely out, and one color that is half out. Thankfully, the black, which is the only reason I wanted this, is still intact. They're definitely not travel shadows, I can say that. I had this in my purse when I was getting ready to go, well, to come here from school. And they all broke up. And okay, so. And I'm going to use this blending brush from Eco Tools to fill in the black, and I'm going to go in with, let me see. No. Probably should have all these out. I have to cart them from the bathroom, so we'll see. I'm going to go in with this little shading brush from Eco Tools to fill in all the lines that I miss against the edges. There is going to be a lot of fallout if you don't take your time and tap your brush off in between applications. So you're going to want to make sure you do that, otherwise you're going to have a whole mess to clean up down here. So just be careful if you do have any fallout, just go in with a little bit of concealer after you dab it off, and you'll be just fine. I did have a bit over here. So, and just pat it on. Don't go too fast, and you can see it's not going to be very dark when you first start putting it on, but as you continue to go, it's going to get darker and darker. Just go ahead and push it right up against the line. And I like this brush because it holds a lot of shadow. It's really dense. So when you do have to go in over and over and over again, there's still a lot of product in there, and it's not going to fall out because it's trapped inside. I'm just going to go ahead and fill the rest of this in. Okay, and once you have them the desired darkness, that looks about even, you're going to go ahead and do the nose. And it's basically the same principle. You're going to fill it in with the primer and then go over it with the eyeshadow. I'm trying to stay away from the corners of your nose, so from far away it looks like it's pulling out that way. This is a Mary Kay blending brush, and it's a little bit smaller. It looks like that. To apply this to my nose, you're going to go ahead and anyhow, fill her in, edge to edge, and then go in with the shadow. And I'm just going to go in with that same little shading brush from Eco Tools, excuse me, and fill that in. That Bear Study gives that a really nice little shine underneath it there. I like that a lot. Like you see, go in darker on the sides and stay lighter towards the front. This is so cute. And for concealer foundation, I would go ahead and go 1 or 2 shades lighter than what you normally wear, just so it gives a light wash on the background. Even 3 or 4 if you have a foundation color lighter than that. I am already almost exactly that color, and that's the shade lighter than what I am naturally. So that way you've got that white backdrop, or what appears to be white, without having to overdo the white powder on the face. Well, that's pretty cute. I think that's cute. Okay, so once you've got that, we want to take a lip liner. Where did that come from? I was looking for this everywhere in the bathroom. I couldn't find it. You're going to take a lip liner, and you're going to do your dots and outline this line again. And this line, if you feel, this doesn't look too bad, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this nose the way it is. I am going to re-outline this and do my dots, and I will be right back. once you have that done, you can go ahead and that's my eyelash making sound, by the way, or something. I don't know, draw on your eyelashes. You can also go in with white right here, and then add a pair of false lashes and cover it up the line if you'd like. I don't really like to use fake lashes, that's just a personal preference. So if you were to recreate this look, you might want to go in with false lashes, and that's your prerogative, and I think that would actually look really awesome. It would give some lift to right here. I also forgot to mention you can go in and cover your brows. It's 5 o'clock again. I don't know why that always happens, I'm always filming around 5. So you can go in and cover your brows. There are probably hundreds of tutorials on YouTube of how to do that, glue stick, and other methods. So I didn't do that just because I didn't know for sure if I was going to do this or not. So you can do that. It'll probably make the look much more realistic. I don't know if that was. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw on your lashes. Okay, and then once you've got that done, go ahead and curl and apply mascara to your lashes, if you're not using false lashes. And again, I'm just going to be using Maybelline Great Lash. I'm just going to do one coat this time. Pretty liberal one coat, but a one coat nonetheless. And then go in and draw on your whiskers. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the white eyeshadow over them and blend them out a little bit. I'm going to make them perfectly even because you just don't have to do that. And go in with a blending brush. I'm going to use this one from Mary Kay. Take a white eyeshadow. I'm just using that crappy one from the Wet n Wild Color Icon palette. Just a little more. Okay, and last but not least, the lips. I'm going to go ahead and reapply the powder so they're freshly nuded. I just lick my lips a lot, I think that's why I have a hard time. And you can take a different brush or the same brush you use for your eyeshadow, and I'm going to actually use the little blending brush and take whatever's left on there and draw your line for the middle of the mouth. You know, pandas have all white faces, but they do have that little line for their mouth. And you're going to go ahead and lightly dust black eyeshadow over the lips to give you this look. And then there you have it. And you can wear black and white, or all black, or all white, depending on what you feel like. You can do some ears with your hair, just take a couple little pieces and kind of funk them up like that. And then you're all done. So, again, congratulations to Sam for 2 years on YouTube, and that'll be all. See you guys later. Love you. Bye.